Seven Deadly Sins Origins, another leak here coming. Apparently after Escanor is going to be Clotho, an original character who is already in the files here. As you can see, we already know her weapons and everything. So let's talk about if this is the right move, you know, kind of what to expect. And I'll show you, she's in the story. I'll show you, you know, some footage of her in the story. But if you enjoy the content, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. So yeah, as you can see in the background, I'm just letting this footage play, but this is her. She's obviously, like I said, a story character. So she's going to be considered an original character. Already in the game, already in the files. So she obviously was coming relatively soon. We already knew she was in the files, you know, from the data leaks and data downloads and stuff. But you know, is this a mistake, basically, is the best way I'm going to put it, because you're going to go Daisy, an original character, as your first banner, essentially, because Meliodas is just an account-tied banner. So your first real banner, you know, transitioning is going to be Daisy, an original character. You didn't generate a ton of hype, obviously. It's a gacha game, so hype's going to go up and down, obviously. So it doesn't really matter. You can always rebound. Like I said, it's a gacha game. Then you go Escanor. So then you go to the peak of hype. So you start out with an original character, no hype hardly at all. Then you go to Escanor, the peak of hype for any game that has this, you know, IP. You're not going to get any hyper than, you know, Escanor unless you bring out, quote unquote, the one Escanor. And then you follow that up with another original character. So in my opinion, and this is why I'm making this video, and this is what I want to know from the community, is this a mistake? I would say yes, because I would think you could parlay the hype that you get from Escanor, and then you could trickle it down a little bit. Maybe a Merlin, maybe a Gother. We already have these characters in the game files too. They've actually had gameplay shown before. We've seen gameplay from about 2.5 years ago, and I actually have a video on it if you want to check out their animations, and it has all their ultimates in it and stuff. It's pretty cool, but they are already in the files too, and they're ready to go. So imagine you go from Escanor, the hype of Escanor, and then you go to Merlin, right? Sure, it's a little less hype, but it's still very hype. Like Merlin's a very hype character, or even Gother, right? You don't just get that instant drop to where it feels like, okay, we got Escanor, and then immediately we got someone that no one's going to really care about. But I am really curious y'all's opinion on it. I just want to make this quick video. This is the character coming out. You can see her here. She's in the story. You know, it is what it is. I think it'll be an easy skip, but obviously we'll have to see her kit. Maybe she's completely broken. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. Would you be summoning or will you be skipping?